the super messy, super shady love triangle between Shawn Mendes, Sabrina Carpenter, and Camila Cabello.
Shawn Mendes has finally addressed his relationship with Sabrina Carpenter.
We are not dating.
Why Camila Cabello dyed her hair so blonde. You don't need to look like La Sabrina.
Can I have some more me espresso? Anyone else immediately think when they saw this purple two-piece number, you know.
The feud between Sabrina Carpenter and Camila Cabello is heating up, with Shawn Mendes stuck in the middle, and this situation is only getting messier, so let's get into it. We need to get into what is going on between Sabrina Carpenter, Shawn Mendes, and Camila Cabello. Right now, it seems like Sabrina Carpenter is at the top of her game. And, you know, Camila came out with a new album, but she's just kind of been existing. Now, Shawn Mendes, on the other hand, has been disconnected from society for a couple years. I mean, I'm pretty sure he was in a cult at some point. Nonetheless, he is back in the picture, and it looks like there's a feud going on. Now, if you were unaware, once upon a time, Sabrina Carpenter and Shawn Mendes were an item. Now, their romance only lasted a couple months at best, but it does seem like Sabrina was an in-between fling while he was going through it with Camila. Remember, after 2 years of dating, Camila and Shawn broke up in 2021. And then a year ago at Coachella 2023, they were spotted kissing, so people assumed that they were an item again. But then 2 months later, they called it quits. Every time I feel like Coachella season comes around, we see these new relationships, these celebrities and influencers, you know, running through the fields and kissing and holding hands. I think it's funny, but there's something also cringe about it now that I've been doing this a couple years and going to Coachella. I'm like, oh, who's gonna be the new couple next year? But Shawn and Sabrina quietly launched their relationship in December 2022 on Instagram. They were leaving suspicious comments back and forth, and of course, fans picked up the clues. By January 2023, there were more dating rumors. We saw Shawn Mendes in Paris for no reason. I mean, he's not working, so he's on vacation, and at the same time, Sabrina is there as well. Now, in February 2023, Des Moines has a sighting of Shawn and Sabrina clearly on a date. It looks like they were on a date at a restaurant called Horses here in LA. The source described them as very comfortable, which I think it's so funny that Des Moines just like posts these things from like people who are in LA, like viewing these celebrities. I mean, kind of all over the country and the world, but it's just like random people who are viewing celebrities and like taking notes, which I think is fascinating as someone who like lives out in LA and I see random celebrities sometimes. I can't imagine like running to Des Moines, but like we're here now.
What's up, Shawn? You look great, bro.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm gonna go to space right now.
Hurrah. I keep telling my friends, I'm like, this is my last hurrah. And they're like, wait, what?
They're like, what's hurrah?
At this point, the couple were trying to avoid paparazzi at all costs, but then they were caught up and Sabrina was seen wearing Shawn's hoodie. But despite seeing them out and about, Shawn Mendes made it very clear on March 17th, 2023 that they were not dating. Definitely not trying to claim Sabrina.
We are not dating, but I think we should talk about Tommy Hilfiger probably more than Sabrina. But thank you.
Oh, Shawn, he never helps his case. He just fuels those rumors. Now, it looks like Sabrina and Shawn split up sometime between March and April of 2023 because then at Coachella, he spotted with Camila. A source said Camila was the one who ultimately decided to end things. And Shawn Mendes was the one held up on Camila and he wanted to make it work, but she wanted to move on, which, I mean, he's cute, but I don't blame her.
For Camila, she really only dated Austin Kevich, who is the CEO of a dating app called The Locks Club. Now, in February of this year, it was reported that they called it quits, which is important because look at this Des Moines blind item. This blind item claims that they reconciled their relationship in January. So it sounds like Camila broke up with Austin so she could get back with Shawn Mendes. And that's the tea, folks. Right when she was forgetting what it was like to wake up next to him, right when she was almost over him, this man swoops back in.
Now let's get into how Camila and Sabrina are handling this, because Camila was interacting more with Sabrina on Instagram, liking her posts and things like that, which I think it's so wild how everyone notices these things. Like, I love the online sleuths. Thank you so much for your service. But then I started noticing these threads up on Twitter where they're comparing Camila to Sabrina and alluding to an obsession Camila has. I mean, you've got to admit that they look pretty similar in this photo. They've got the same haircut. But then we started noticing that Camila likes multiple posts of Sabrina without even following her. She begins to go and like the posts of people who are doing her hair and makeup and trying to, get in cahoots with her inner circle. Camila reacted on social media, seeing Shawn and Sabrina attending the Vanity Fair Oscar party, posting a selfie of herself, which is trying to, I guess, suggest something like she's surprised or disturbed. Sabrina writes about Shawn in her song Sharpest Tool. Shawn tells Sabrina that what they had was never serious, despite them both being deeply intimate with each other. Sabrina calls out Shawn's lack of communication and stupidity multiple times on Short and Sweet, saying, "I know you're not the sharpest tool in the shed. Just because you talk like one doesn't make you a man. You're so sad, there's no communication." There's also that line in her song where they say this guy doesn't understand the difference between there, and there, the different ways of writing there, which I have to admit, I get tripped up sometimes, but not really. Like, I definitely know when to use the EI, and yeah, no, I don't know. I get it. Never mind. Scratch that. I'm not tripped up. But Shawn Mendes is, and you could tell by his Twitter. So, of course, Sabrina writes, "This boy doesn't even know the difference between there, and they are." Fans immediately began theorizing that several songs were about Sabrina's alleged romance with Shawn. Coincidence in particular stoked the fire, as it seemed to be about a guy who got back together with an ex soon after splitting with the song's narrator. Sabrina writes about Camila, saying, "The second I put my head on your chest, she knew. She got a real sixth sense. Now her name comes up once, then twice, and without her even being here, she's back in your life. Now she's in the same damn city on the same damn night." Sabrina actually hints at one point that Shawn cheated on her with an ex, which would make sense if Camila kind of slowly creeped into his life again. Writing, "What a surprise, your phone just died. Your car drove itself from LA to her thighs. Palm Springs looks nice, but who's by your side? Damn, she looks kind of like the girl you outgrew." And it kind of did Sabrina dirty because these two didn't last long. They got back together for a couple months and it was all over again. Camila actually defends her actions with impulsivity, and Shawn's head is empty anyways, so she's not taking any accountability for, I guess, somewhat home-wrecking this, but still we're uncovering the details.
It looked to the world like you and your ex Shawn Mendes kind of dabbled with the idea of getting back together about a year ago. Yeah. What was going on?
I feel like if I feel it, I say it. Yeah. And I'm not really good at not doing that, like I said, because then the worst place for it to live in is my mind. Totally. And then I'm like, Ryan Gosling in The Notebook building a house for this person. So I would rather say it and, see what happens and then wake up the next day and find out that it's been heavily documented. I opted for that route. But, but it is what it is. It was a great route. It was a fun time. And I will always care about him and love him. He's such a good person. Yeah. And I'm lucky, because some people have exes that are awful. And, and he is not. He's a really kind, good person.
Now, because people are starting to take a better look at this feud, some fans revisited her, Sabrina Carpenter's 2023 holiday EP, Fruitcake. There's a track called Cindy Lou Who that was rumored to be about Camila. The song includes a line about the narrator's ex meeting his new girlfriend somewhere in the desert. And of course, where did they meet? Where in the desert? Coachella. Now, we all know Sabrina and Barry Keoghan are, on and off again, and they made their relationship pretty public. Shawn had the audacity to like one of Sabrina's posts a day after she was seen in public with Barry, him trying to slither his way back in. I feel sad for Camila. I mean, even with the switch up, she's just still not giving Sabrina. Now, Camila responded in her own way with a song titled June Gloom, singing, "If she's so amazing, why are you on this side of town? If you like her so much, what are you here trying to find out? Does she get this wet for you, baby? Talk to you in poems and songs. Huh, baby." Ugh. Something about that just makes me, Camila, please, keep it to yourself. And it looks like Camila's trying to antagonize Sabrina on TikTok, posting videos with these lyrics and lip syncing and trying to get people all riled up. Despite Camila acting kind of bizarre here, it does seem like she's an avid supporter of Sabrina, so we can appreciate that.
Espresso by Sabrina Carpenter. Yes, and honestly, I have been literally every time I drink a coffee, I'm like, can I have some more me espresso? It can't be anything but a me espresso anymore.
And it seems like Camila's nice words are paying off because these two were spotted together at the Vanity Fair party. I actually like to see these two get along because the common denominator is Shawn, and Sabrina's song Dumb and Poetic is about him. She sings, "Save all your breath for your floor meditation. You'd make a great wife, and I promise you those mushrooms aren't changing your life." Which I think is calling out to his hippie side. Finally, there's a breakup anthem that closes the album. It's titled Don't Smile. And in this song, Sabrina begs her ex to cry that it ended, not smile because it happened. The single Taste, meanwhile, is directed to an ex's new girlfriend with lyrics like, "I heard you're back together, and if that's true, you'll have to just taste me when he's kissing you. If you want forever, I bet you do, just know you'll taste me too." And Sabrina did not hold back on this album, at one point suggesting, "If you're asking where half of his clothes have gone missing, they are on my body." I mean, their relationship didn't last that long. It looks like the music video for Taste actually is about Camila as well, with Jenna Ortega playing the other woman. Now, we know Camila is all blonde now, but she's always had this brunette hair, and I really do believe this video is about their kind of dynamic and back and forth.
Oh my god, also love the music video, but did anyone else immediately think when they saw this purple two-piece number, that it's giving Cher? It's just giving a little bit of Cher.
Neither of them are commenting on the situation. They don't follow each other on Instagram. And even though they've shown support for each other, there's something weird going on here. Maybe it's a publicity stunt to promote their music. In more recent news, July 14th, Shawn and Camila were spotted back together. Now, I don't know if it was just a hangout or what it was, but they definitely allowed the public to take note. They weren't hiding it or holding back. It looks like everyone is going to be at the MTV Music Awards on September 11th. It looks like Shawn Mendes is also performing, so we've got Camila, Sabrina, Shawn. It's going to be an interesting night. I mean, they're going to be performing songs about each other, which is interesting. But I want to hear what you guys think in the comments below, and I'll see you in a new video soon. Bye, guys.